Blake, thank you for the 5. Going through all the Game of the Year nominees, who do you think got robbed and who deserves it? I mean, I don't think they've revealed the official nominees list, but who do I think will get robbed or will miss the list? I think they have to include Donkey Kong because there's a lot of Nintendo stands out there. So I think Donkey Kong is on there. I think KCD 2, Expedition 33, Split Fiction I think has to be up there. And then that leaves us with maybe an option of like, we might get Ghost of Yotei. We might get, like maybe, the thing is with it being a Jeff show, I feel like Death Stranding 2, of course, like has a nomination. But my personal opinion is that it's not anywhere near as good as Expedition or KCD 2 or Split Fiction or Donkey Kong. Like it's good, but like we're in a year where there's a handful of masterpieces. Like there's really, really, really good games. And I feel like Death Stranding 2 is like Death Stranding, but way better. You know, it's not bad. It's just you're going up against very rarely amazingly fantastic games, you know? Death Stranding 2 is already nominated before it even came out. Yeah, it's just, yeah, exactly. It's a stacked year. Honestly, like, I think the must-haves are probably Expedition 33. I think there is a 0% chance that's not nominated. Like, it has to be nominated. I think KCD 2 needs to be nominated. And I think that Donkey Kong almost certainly is nominated as well. The others could shuffle around. So you could have Donkey Kong, or you could have a Split Fiction dropped, which would be unfortunate because things really good, but that could drop off. You could have Death Stranding drop off. Remember, we still have Ghost of Yotei coming. Like there's a lot of still very, very good games. It's a stacked year, dude. It's a stacked year. KCD 2, Best RPG. Well, dude, it's going also up against like Clair Obscur for its like combat RPG mechanics or ARPG mechanics, I guess. It depends if they put it into the RPG category for that reason, but yeah, I mean, KCD 2 is very, very good. Indiana Jones, that's the problem with Indiana Jones launching in December. Like everybody always says, well, yeah, it launched in December after the cutoff for last year's Game of the Year awards, but it's still in the running for next year. But by the time next year's Game of the Year awards come out, it's been out for a year and most people have forgotten it and have moved on. Like, so I don't know. Indiana Jones is good as well, but I also don't think that it's in that like 90 plus Metacritic range. Like all of the ones we're talking about are in that like 90 plus. I think Death Stranding 2 is now at like 89, I think. Yeah. So Death Stranding 2 is now at 89, and this isn't the ultimate metric for quality, of course, but in terms of general consensus among critics, it gives you an idea. But it like Split Fiction, 91, of course. You know, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is at 88, so it's like the same realm as Death Stranding. I do feel bad for KCD 2 though, because part of the reason that it has an 88, it didn't have a ton of reviews compared to some of these other games that have like 150. It's sitting like right around 80. But dude, it had some of these outlets that had some ungodly, like the Eurogamer. The fact that anybody reads Eurogamer after their review of this is unbelievable to me. Like, they basically, well, I mean, there's clips that we've done on this review, but they basically complain about it being difficult and hard to understand, which is funny. It doesn't help through the early stages of the game. Your stats often aren't good enough to succeed at literally anything. You're constantly failing left and right and center, and over time, repeated headbutts against the wall of progression do you gradually, finally gain the smallest of footholds. Like, did you not play the first game? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, the interminably bad hang that is Hans Capon more palatable to me. This boorish buffoon almost pips golden eyes Natalia as the companion I want most to see roast in the fires of eternal damnation. He is easily the game at its most detestable. A lewd shrimp of a public school posh boy whose childish throw his toys out the pram approach to any kind of obstacle made me wish I could stick with him with the pointy end as soon as possible or let him hang when given the chance. Like, what is this? The cutscenes have Kojima levels of indulgence. I don't know how you could possibly say that. That's crazy. Yeah, actual, like every innocuous encounter is also real and dangerous. How could they do that? It's just unbelievable. Complaining more about Hans. There's also things where they insinuated that some of the people working on the game were like fascists and were like these are the same people, the same crowd that was saying that the first game was racist because it had too many white people in it. Because it's set in, you know, Europe, like medieval Bohemia. Like, but this review affects the Metacritic score. They gave it a 6. A 6. Like, what are we doing? Like, how they do not have their credentials ripped away from them after that review, I don't know. It's so laughable and bad faith across the board. You're allowed to not like certain games, okay? You're allowed to not like certain games. But so many of the things described in that review especially were just laughably stupid. Especially, like, you know what you're getting into with KCD2. It is not a game for everybody. It's not a franchise for everybody. But if you don't like Soulsborne games, you shouldn't review a Soulsborne game. If you don't like racing games, you shouldn't review a racing game. This isn't that complicated. Yeah, the new AC has too many Japanese people. That's literally the complaint. Ghost of Yotei, I found it really problematic. It didn't have anybody from Texas in it. Like, duh. It's just so stupid, dude. It's so stupid. But that's literally like the level we're dealing with in terms of cognitive faculties. Sad. It's sad. It's depressing. It makes me want to scream. Is 33 actually that good? Feels overhyped. Please explain. Dude, it really is that good. Go watch my review of it. It really is that amazing. I feel like that's bait to get me to go on another tangent about it, which I very happily would do. But yes, it's actually that good. It actually is that good. Blake, thing for the 2 I was talking about throughout the years of VGA. Oh, throughout the years of the Video Game Awards.